What is up? Welcome back once again. This video is from a user on TikTok that goes by the name of China Quinny. It's Quinny. And this is a video, this is the main video I want to talk about. This is a video she, I guess, posted a couple of weeks ago regarding her having HIV and dating and wanting to have kids, and no one could tell her that she can't go out and date, and she would date even if she chooses not to disclose her health information to the person she's dating until after the deed has been done. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it and we'll comment on it before we move to the next video. I'm going to go play part of it. I'm not going to play the full, 9 minutes, because it doesn't go to the other video like the first part does.
So I'm here to tell my story. But before I tell my story, y'all, because I've been getting like some weird people in my comments, and I'm just about to tell y'all right here, right now. Baby, if you don't like what I'm saying, and if you don't like me, then nigga, you don't have to follow me. You don't have to comment on my shit. You can scroll past, get your miserable ass on. If you don't like what I say, if you don't like what I do, then nigga, this ain't for you. Okay? This not for you. But what y'all not about to do is try to tell me who I shouldn't date, whether I should have kids. See, y'all tried that shit the last time. But baby, you can't bully me. Don't get on here and talking about what the fuck I should do. Cause Riri ain't 35 years old. And Riri ain't gonna do what the fuck she wanna do. And can't no bitch stop me. Can't no bitch, no nigga stop me. Okay? And that's just gonna be that. Cause best believe it, whether y'all like it or not, it is motherfuckers out there that love me and want me.
That's crazy work. Excuse me. People that know she has HIV and still will try to, or will engage in, sexual activities with her. It's crazy because you could possibly contract the virus. I know she's not the only one out here doing it. I'm not trying to shame her. I'm not trying to do anything like that. But in this case, I'm a firm believer in, if you have something like this, HIV or AIDS or, whatever, syphilis or herpes, you should link up with the people who have it also. Because what you're doing is you're just pretty much spreading the disease, especially those that live in, like Houston, Texas. It's really bad down there. Atlanta, Georgia is really bad. In certain areas, they're worse than others. But I've been hearing recently how Texas, well, specifically Houston, Texas, it's just spreading like wildfire. People just running rampant, having unprotected sex with whomever, and they don't care. They don't disclose any information because they want to get the person who they're into. They're not gonna tell that person, so they end up passing that next person and just screwing their life up. And it's sad. It sucks. Like I said, it sucks to have this, this particular virus, but at the same time, it's like that's what happens. When you don't practice safe sex, or when your partner doesn't disclose information, or infidelity, cheating, swapping, having same sex, back and forth. You're gonna start passing stuff around like this. I remember, hearing about it in the '70s. During the time of what's the guy, Queen, the lead singer. You know, getting it that way. AIDS at that time, and it was mostly during. I hate to say, I'm not trying to point a particular sexual orientation out, but it was known that the gay community were doing this. Now that it's starting to circulate through the heterosexual community, and it's going like wildfire because people just want to do what they want to do, don't care about anyone else's feelings or what they might think about it. They disclose it after it's done. Same thing like what's going around with the the trans people. Um, a man that's turned into a woman goes have sex with a heterosexual man, and then they disclose the information after they done the deed. Excuse me, and then the man ends up deleting the trans person because you didn't give him a choice. You just wanted what you wanted. Being selfish and not caring about the other person's feelings. So yeah, she goes into this spiel about she's gonna do whatever she wants. She grown. She don't care what you say. It's crazy work because you're out there affecting people's lives.
Okay? I am a pretty enough bitch. Alright?
pretty doesn't mean nothing though. Because like I remember being in the military, we get these safety briefings all the time. We go on these weekends or trips and stuff like that. Just because it looks good on the outside, don't mean it's good on the inside. You know, double wrap it before you tap it. Those are things I used to tell my platoon, my soldiers back in the day. You can't see, you cannot see at the microscopic level of what that person has. Because once you get that gift that keeps on giving, you're fucked. And if you pass it on to somebody else, that's a crime. So that's what's going on with a lot of these places. A lot of people, both men and women, doing this. They're committing crimes. So those out there, make sure you check yourself. Get yourself tested, because people, they out here, they don't care.
So don't get on my shit, start talking that. Like, take that bully shit somewhere else. Because I will.
She calling it bully shit, but we're just spitting the facts. Like, you need to stop doing that. You need to take a hard look at yourself in the mirror, understand that you got something that you're never going to get rid of. And you need to start thinking long term about people you come in close contact with, people that you do want to have relations with, give them the option. It'll probably hurt that they say, they look at you cute, whatever, if he thinks she's cute, and then they find out that you have the gift, it's never going to go away. You have to give them that option. You can't hate them for that.
Cut your ass out, and I will keep it moving. And that's just me being real. Period. Like, I'm not fucking with y'all. You over here fucking with me. I'm just telling y'all my story, and I'm just trying to spread awareness, you know what I'm saying? So people can, take a different look at the whole situation. You know what I'm saying?
Man, if you're a dude and you willingly participate, I get it, some types of protection can help. Not really, but condoms, but there's always that possibility. Why risk it? Guys out there doing that, that's crazy. Like, diabolical work. You to put yourself at that risk to possibly mess the rest of your life up. Be forever on medication. Especially when you're young. You'll be on that medication for the rest of your life.
I'm just trying to show y'all how I live with it and how I cope with it, and you know what I'm saying, how it make me a better person, how it changed me, you know what I'm saying, all that. And that's cool. If you don't like HIV people, like I said, then baby, I'm not for you. My videos is
I'm getting to the next video because this is the one I want to actually talk about.
Hey everybody, so today my video is gonna be about what is it like me dating while having HIV.
I didn't see this, but
and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, like, for me right now, it's been up and down. It's been like a fucking roller coaster. I've been through so much. I got trust issues, I got anxiety, bad severe anxiety, especially social anxiety. I got that so fucking bad. So I'm trying to,
it's understandable to have anxiety, especially social anxiety, because there's a stigma on people with HIV. Up until recently, I know, like back with Magic Johnson when he contracted it, but he tests so low now because it's been advancements in medication throughout the years, where you can test to where it's somewhat undetectable, but still, you still have it. If you get off of that medication, it's going to become detectable again, and it can spread, and you be able to pass on to somebody else and screw them up. So yeah, the stigma was, it's like kind of like how AIDS was back in the day. People living longer with the AIDS virus. Same thing with HIV. But still, you still have it. You can still pass it on to someone else, and still can affect someone's life. So I think the stigma was, don't do it. Avoid them like the plague, if you will. Lack of a better word. But like I said, with advances in medication, especially in the medical field, people with gloves, they can be handled. The proper procedures and steps, you'll be all right. But knowing that, you have to let your partner or whoever, spouse, husband, wife, pass that information out to them. That if you're going to be in a relationship, this is what we got to do to stay safe, to keep you safe.
Balance that, try to take care of that, and try to take care of my kids, or you got the ones that just wanna date you just to fuck on you, and nigga, that ain't happening. What is your problem? Even on the dating sites, like, I don't even have to date nobody that's regular, y'all. I could date somebody that's, HIV positive just like me. But that's the problem. And it's the problem because, no offense, but around here, all you get is ugly motherfuckers.
So she don't want to mess with people that are also HIV positive because she considers them ugly. So she'd rather hook up with somebody that's not affected with HIV just because they're cuter. So therefore, she wants to continue spreading this virus around. What? That makes no sense. She's also committing a crime if you do that. Just because you have preferences being affected with HIV. Now, how diabolical is that? I have HIV, but I still have high standards. I have preferences for who I want to date. Boy, these women these days. As I was saying, that's crazy. Look at the comments. It's not much, but it says, "Is she serious?" Exactly. She's serious because you have high standards. You don't want to date somebody who has HIV because you don't consider them cute. I'm like, you better be lucky that there's people out there that have it that you could still be able to do something with because you can't really affect them. So she'd rather take the chance of affecting someone else just because they're cute. That's crazy. I don't know. That's my thoughts. That's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. I'll catch you next video. Peace.